Hi, my name is Brittany.
My name is Alex.
We are Naivete Rights. So today we wanted to do the video of Great Expectations tag. Britpop Princess, or aka Patricia Bright, was the first one to do it, and she did it last year. And since it is 2014, we were like, why not? Let's do it.
So here goes.
Mine is, I don't wash my face at night. Like, at all. 10 times out of 10, I don't wash my face at night. That's one thing I could get rid of just because I keep my skin more healthy.
But my beauty bad habit that I would like to get rid of is basically not taking off my nail polish when they start to chip. They just wither away and my nails grow out and they just, disappear, and that's how they come off. So it's really ugly and tacky and unprofessional, so I do want to kind of, be on top of that, my nail game. Okay, so next one is beauty secret to add this year.
So I have really, really dry lips, and so and no matter how many times I buy lip chap, I always lose it. So that's one beauty habit I want to add this year. Always keep a lip chap on me, or lip balm.
Okay, mine I would say is using more hair products, because as you can tell, it's really dry. I've dyed my hair numerous times. I've had it platinum blonde before, so this is the remnants of that. Dyed it black and then, bleached it again. So I was thinking of, adding maybe like an argan oil to my regime. I've started trying it and it's working pretty well. It softens my hair a lot, and I really want to incorporate it in my hair regime.
Hi guys, we're back here doing the Great Expectations again. Last time the camera died, so we're here on another day to finish it. So we are at number 3, and it is
last year's beauty fave.
So mine was the cut crease. I don't know, it's really flawless how they really define the eye and have like the eyelid color pop, like sometimes it being smoky or subtle. It looks really good. So I really was digging the cut crease movement of last year.
And mine is the dark lips. I know that was during the end of 80s, 90s, and then they brought it back. So not just in the fall, but the whole year round, everyone was rocking dark lips, red, wine color. I've also seen a couple of people doing black, so it was really cool. And along with bringing back the grunge fashion throughout that year, and I know it's still continuing, it kind of tied on really well with the whole aesthetic. So I really like dark lips. We did sign up for the gym.
Oh yeah.
Technically, we're all there.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Work in progress. But yeah, I think it was just just to be healthy inside and out, because whatever you put into your body will show on the outside. So just to be more healthy, even the makeup we use, whether it's MAC, OCC, vegan, non-vegan, just being more healthy and embracing our natural selves. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with, who was the one that tagged?
Patricia Bright.
Yeah, water too, is really, really good. I honestly don't drink enough water, and the same reason, it's bland. It's, I'd rather drink soda because of the fizz. So another tip is, if you like soda and you hate water, get sparkling water, because it's a nice, middle ground, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. Or bring water with me and sleep.
Yeah. Or another tip, if you don't like the water blandness, you can always put fruit in it. So there's cucumber water, lemon water, strawberry water. So it has that flavor without being it's natural sugars too. And I need to start drinking more water too, because I've noticed that my hair becomes more dry, my lips become drier, my skin becomes drier, and all because our body is made 70% of water. So yeah, that's really good to implement more into our beauty and body routine.
I totally agree.
I don't know if this is a fashion mistake, but this is just one of my pet peeves. I hate holes with tights. I mean, like I know that a lot of people could pull it off, like especially if you're going for that grunge look, and like I feel like that looks really flawless and like that style look really put together. However, when I see like girls like are wearing whole tights with like a nice floral skirt, I'm like, it looks completely different. It's really off. So I feel like that could be I don't know if that's a mistake or just one of my pet peeves, but tights with holes. I don't know, we really don't, well personally I don't really follow fashion trends. I'm more into like street style and like, and I know that like grunge or like, you know, that soft grunge or like, you know, you talk about sea grunge, so that kind of like aspect of it, I know will be more popular this year. But as far as like, you know, fashion runway trends, I really wouldn't be able to predict anything.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, you have your typical trends, which is the floral, bohemian, there's grunge, there's now like a mixture like the sea punk, like she was saying, where it's more like, you know, the alien aesthetic, the really crazy like, what are those called? They're not 3D, but they look like the water, you know what I'm talking about? It's like,
she's talking to our camera person.
No, like it looking like 90s, like
fluid?
shiny, fluid stuff. Like it looks like oil. No, it looks like oil, the sheen of the oil. Anyways, that's coming up, like, I feel, at least. I have no idea.
My fashion must-have is to get combat boots. Like I really like chunky boots, like creepers, Dr. Martens, or even like kind of like a bohemian style boot, like, you know, more moccasins. So those are probably my must-have, just like kind of shoes, like bulky shoes.
Okay.
And hats. And hats. Because like I recently cut my hair, so it was just like all fluffy on top, and so like I have this part back, and so I feel like if I wore a hat, it would just like showcase this part, which is pretty to me. Like Alex.
No. Let's see. My fashion must-have, I think, is I barely have any jewelry, and I usually wear basic stuff. Like I'll have like a loud printed shirt, and then I'll tone it down with like basics. But I feel like I need to delve more into jewelry because I mean I kind of want to be more detailed with what I've been doing already. So I think jewelry would totally kind of help out with what I'm going for. Let's see, happiest moment and biggest achievement.
I don't have one specific moment. I just feel like last year, 2013 was really just like an awesome year for me. Like I was truly blessed. You know, I got a new job as an assistant manager. I started at San Francisco State University. So it was just like, I met a lot of new people. My coworkers are amazing. The friends that I met at school. And like, life has just been really good. So I can't really, you know, like obviously last year wasn't perfect, but I feel like I have obviously more highs and lows that I can really dwell upon. And like, I don't know, it's just like really a time of growth, personal, spiritual, intellectual growth, and I'm just blessed that I'm entering this new year on a new leaf than I was entering last year. So.
I totally agree on the growth aspect. I feel like last year was pretty intense for me emotionally, but you know, going into therapy meeting my therapist was great. Like I've learned so much. I'm trying to change so much because of him, and the fact that I have very positive people around me now is great, and I love it, and I see the total difference between surrounding yourself with negative people and with positive people, and it is just life-changing. It really is, because if you're around positive people, that's all the thoughts you have in your head is positive and creative and productive. So, you know, if you're stuck with people, with friends that are, you know for sure backstabbing you or talking behind your back, leave it, call it quits, block them, get out of, you know, their lives, and, you know, start a new leaf, like she said, and, you know, be yourself and be around people that are really positive, because that's going to change who you are as well. And that's what's happening now, and I'm very grateful.
Yeah, I completely agree, because I live by the motto of, if a person I'm hanging with, if they're not elevating me to a next level, if they're not helping me pursue where I need to go, if they're not challenging me in positive ways, then what's the purpose of them being in my life? And yeah, that's a really good point, just like relationships and like getting negative people out of your life, because they're like a sinking ship.
Oh, okay. Keeping really like healthy relationships in general, like knowing when a relationship is not healthy anymore, knowing how to love yourself, knowing how to actually be in a relationship where you're actually mutually gaining from one another and not just giving. So just in general, learning how that works and how you coexist with different types of personalities is kind of like my biggest challenge. And of course it's going to continue on, but at least for the people that I've been with, I've kind of figured out like a pattern, not a cookie cutter pattern, but you know, just kind of something to live by, to be able to coexist with them.
One of the biggest challenges that I wouldn't say I was facing, but I'm going to challenge myself to do, and it happened like towards like the end of December, was to be more Christ-like. I just felt like, you know, with Christians, that's one of our biggest challenges. Well, at least for me, like I just want to live out the principles of Christ more often in my daily walk. Like I want people to know that, you know, I'm a Christian, not because like I say like, yo, I'm a Christian, but like I live out the principles. Like, how do I show people that I love them? How do I give out? How do I show grace? How do I show mercy? How do I show compassion in everything that I do? And like what ways when I speak or when I walk, what ways do I not do it? So it's like kind of like altering my behaviors into just becoming a better person and just to live out, you know, being more Christ-like.
Hi, so we're here and we're trying to do the continuation of the Great Expectations video.
So number 10 is our key resolution, and then 11 is our advice or motto to go by this year, or we want to get to you guys. So number 10 is our key resolution, and then 11 is our advice or motto to go by this year, or we want to get to you guys. So mine kind of key resolution is to be more productive. I feel like at times I'm very lazy and I procrastinate a lot, so it doesn't really help me to be productive. So I want to, everything that I set my mind to, I want to go out and just do it. So like kind of like the Nike logo, just do it. So be productive in everything I do, whether it's school, work, you know, my creative outlets, music, fashion, just whatever. I don't want anything to hold me back, especially, you know, I put things in my head like, oh, you're not good, well, not good enough, but like you don't have the required skills in order to do it. So be productive in that way. Don't let anything hold me back. And so that kind of segued into the advice, just be comfortable with who you are, because I feel like we can grow. Each and every day is like a learning lesson. So just trying to learn how to do me and just do me, go after whatever I want to go after, and not let anything or anyone or myself hold me back in pursuing my passion.
I'm a very excitable person, and I usually talk a lot and sometimes over people. So being in a retail environment, I realized that, you know, I can't always be excited like, oh, get this, get this, get this. You know, I always have to, you know, take the time to, just in general with everyone, just not in my job, but people around me, to take the time and bite my tongue and really listen, because you can learn from other people that way, and you can clearly, you know, explain or understand what they're trying to talk to you about, and, you know, respond the correct way, because you actually have all the information you need to respond the proper way. And I think that's what I'm gonna really work on this year, and stop being too excited, kind of like calm myself down.
our 3-part series of 1 tag, the Great Expectation tags. And so yeah, this is our first video. It's like an introduction to who we are and what we want to do. And I hope you guys enjoy and go on the rest of the journey with us. Thank you.
Thanks.